Thank you for watching. Today we're taking a look at the Axial SMT10. But it's the Max D version. You may know that I have the Gravedigger version already. A truck that I had a lot of fun with right out of the box, but also in painting up a different body for it. However, one thing that I did not like was that green cage, just because I feel like it limits me greatly in what I can do paint-wise. So I wanted to have that Max D because, as you can tell, perhaps that entire roll cage, and you will see that a bit better once I take the body off. It's black, so it gives me a lot more of a neutral base to start painting some bodies for. I love the look of the Max D. I think it's one of the, well, historically one of the most ridiculous monster trucks ever made. I believe it's also the most powerful truck that is actually part of that whole Monster Jam circus, to put it like that. Yeah, so I'm really excited to have this one. Let's go through all of the boring shit first. You get this tactic radio. I have been using this radio with my SCX10 II ready to run for a really long time. The range on it is good. It grips nicely. I had my doubts at first, but I have been proven wrong. I actually really like this radio. Also, for me, I do a lot of one-hand driving. Fits my hand perfect. And I haven't had any problems with it yet. So this is a good thing that it's included. A really nice ready-to-run radio, especially if you consider that these trucks, I believe, retail at the moment for less than 300 bucks. You get a manual as per Axial, really clear with the parts numbers, clear with the pictures. In case you do want to repair something and you need a parts number, it's very easy to find it in this manual, and also very comprehensible, one of the two. I'm Dutch, to figure out how you need to put it back together. Yeah, so nice that that's included. You get a big pile of plastic parts, and you will instantly notice that there is a lot of stuff that is different from what you would find with the Gravedigger. For example, all of these spikes. And then you wonder, but the truck has a ton of spikes already. But if you look at this picture, you will see that you can spike it out even further, which I think is hilarious, and most likely is also something that I'm going to do. So when you look on the body, you will see all these tiny indents where you can then punch a hole with a body reamer and put these spikes through it, completely spike it out. You will also see these tiny plates. These are for sponsor logos. I'm not sure if any stickers are included for those, but in case they're not, I'm pretty sure that I have more than enough logos laying around that I can just stick on there. So these actually fit between those trailing arms in the very bottom of the chassis. You will see that once you get to it. Some tools, different pinion, also some different driver heads. Yeah, pretty cool. And then I'm guessing some spare parts. Now, on to the most important thing, because I am really keen to start working on this truck. The truck itself, I think it looks super freaking cool, actually. You may think that it looks ridiculous, but it actually looks as ridiculous as the real deal. So you have all these chrome pieces. They're, of course, they're plastic. Also these faces with those hands on the sides. And I just think that they did a really good job in capturing the look of the full-scale Max D. Now, there is quite a bit of shine going on these chrome parts. I'm going to try to take some of that away, just with some paint and wiping it off. So sort of weathering it a tiny bit. I will do the same thing, I think, with the body itself, just with a tiny coat of flat clear, just to take most of the shine off and make it look a tiny bit more rugged, more like the real deal. Because that's it's almost like a post-apocalyptic monster truck. At least that's to me what comes to mind whenever I see the Max D enter the arena. So really nice. They did a great job in capturing everything. I will perhaps look into getting one of these clear bodies as well, just to turn that into a maximum destruction. So like Max D before it was Max D with all these faces and hands and spikes and whatever. Just paint it up in a bit more of a conservative paint scheme and slap it on there. Now, I think that you will agree with me that compared to the Gravedigger chassis, this one looks a whole lot more neutral, and this will also be, I think, a lot better base for me to start painting from. And I just want to have a monster truck chassis that I can easily slap some different bodies on, take it out for a drive, and go filming with it. You will also see that this interior panel is it's glossy, so that will be getting a coat of flat clear as well, just because I don't like those gimp suit drivers, as I always call them. But that's an easy fix. Stock electronics, the Tactic steering servo is exactly the same one, I think, as you get in your Axial SMT10 version 2 ready to run. There it performs quite well. In this it's questionable with the bigger wheels and whatnot, so most likely somewhere down the line you want to upgrade this, but it does function, so you don't have to worry too much about that, especially at the slow speeds that initially you will be getting from this AE5 ESC, and then from that 27 turn brushed motor. You don't really have to worry about losing control because you're not going to go anywhere fast. That's not what this truck is built for. Aluminum body shocks, most likely I will be changing these out for a set of Pro lines. The thing is that I've been waiting for this truck for such a long time that I've accumulated a ton of hop-up parts already, so I already have those lower link plates that Axial makes. Maybe even I will change them out for some super shafty trailing arms. I got those upper link plates. I got a ton of aluminum parts laying ready just to be bolted on here. The axles, these are the AR60 axles. If you're familiar with, for example, a Wraith, a Bomber, a Yeti rear axle, then you will also be familiar with these axles. They perform well. There are a ton of upgrades available in case you do want to go that route. Vanquish, for example, makes a really super nice looking axle for these type of platforms. Same with drive shafts. You can of course choose to go with MIP or whatnot somewhere down the road. I have not had any problems yet with my other SMT10, so I'm crossing my fingers that this one will also hold up. Well, apart from that, I'm not really sure what I can tell you about this truck other than me being super excited to go to town with it, and or to go to the mud pit and bash and jump the shit out of it, because that's really what it's made for. So I'm thinking that you can expect some spectacular videos, especially once I got some extra speed in here. Most likely I'm going to change out the steering servo for a high-tech one. Most likely I will change out the ESC for a Mamba X, and most likely I will change out the motor for a Slate Series Castle 3800. I got that thing in my Bomber as well, and it's awesome, really fast, but also a nice bottom end control. And most likely these wheels will be changed out for some dark, wider units. Well, you get the gist. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments box. I always reply. If you want to have more information about the Axial SMT10, whether that be the Gravedigger or the Max D, go to axialracing.com. I will leave a link in the description box. They got a big spec list, a lot of pictures. So all of the information that you perhaps did not find in this video, you will find it over there. If you have not subscribed yet, well, please do. It greatly helps support the channel. Also sharing this video perhaps with your friends, or the whole eventual build series that will follow also greatly helps in supporting the channel. I don't do PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, none of that bullshit. So you clicking the like button if you enjoy a video, leaving a comment, and sharing it with your buddies means a lot to me. Okay, well, that's that. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I hope you're as excited as I am to get this thing out in the dirt, because I cannot wait. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn the camera off and beat the shit out of this thing right now. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Test. We're back on.